Coming to Fort Dodge is about lifestyle. If you are someone who wants to be involved in raising your kids, having a family life, enjoying working with your partners, enjoying having dinner with your partners, it's a small community. We all want each other to succeed. This is your place.
The major attraction to Fort Dodge is the medical center.
It was almost immediate that my practice filled up, and it's been full ever since. The same goes for my husband's practice, and we're just constantly busy.
You want a practice that's going to be challenging as far as your medical knowledge and your medical practice. I think there's plenty of that here.
Trinity Regional Medical Center has done an awesome job over the last 20 years building multiple general and specialty programs that can provide care that's equivalent to a major urban center.
I got busy very quickly. I love my patients.
I'm able to develop my practice in the way that I like, which is to be very busy. I run a very busy practice, a very busy schedule.
For such a small hospital on the surface, they have a surprising amount of technology here.
The hospital has spent the time, effort, energy, money, and personnel investments to make whatever they have branched into succeed.
We can do things here at a smaller hospital that some of the bigger cities aren't doing in hospitals 4 times the size.
This is not a major metropolitan tertiary care medical center, but it is cutting edge in everything that it does. The quality of care here is excellent. The hospital, from the very first day I've been associated with it, has encouraged and frankly demanded excellence. I've missed very few of my kids' events as they've grown up. I've had to juggle schedules occasionally, but it's a small enough facility, community, and group that you can do those sorts of things.
We lived in Chicago for a while, and it just feels so good to be back in hometown Iowa.
I've not missed one single activity of any of my children since I've been here.
One of the most important things to me about our community is all of the parks and recreation opportunities. You can send your kids out to ride their bikes on the sidewalks or play in the yard, go trick-or-treating without supervision in your neighborhood.
I'm basically 7 minutes from my house to the office, and those of you who may be living in a bigger city, I mean, I did my residency back in Philadelphia at Thomas Jefferson, and it took me a trolley and a subway to get into the hospital.
It is exactly 3 minutes from walking out my door and driving into the hospital parking lot.
I can get from my office to my daughter's soccer game in less than 10 minutes.
My commute is about 4 minutes from the hospital. When I lived in the Bay Area, I lived 7 miles from the hospital, and my commute was a half hour.
I think my children are getting a good education, growing up in a great environment, and this is what I want. It's what I want for my family, what I want for myself.
One of the first things was how much land we could get for the money. Here we have a beautiful house on 2.5 acres. The kids can run and play, they're safe. Just the beauty of the surrounding area, the trees, the fields, the nature.
And a lot of those things you need to start a family are quite affordable here in Fort Dodge.
There's some beautiful new neighborhoods with brand new homes going up that you could pick out everything. And then there's houses like mine where you get a 100-year-old house, but we're only the third owners in 100 years. So I think that's kind of cool too.
I was amazed how low property taxes were. And that's important. Like, so when you're buying a house, I mean, the realtor looked at us and apologized, and she's just like, no, the taxes on this house were atrocious. They're $3,000 a year. And I about fainted because that is like half of what we were paying where we were before.
The schools are excellent, the opportunities are great, and we also have the ability to travel.
The school system here not only has an excellent academic program, it also provides a broad array of athletic activities and also artistic activities.
I was born and raised in a large city. My husband was born and raised in a large city, and we've chosen to raise our children in a more rural environment, and they have just thrived here.
If I would tell someone, coming here, this is really a nice place. Economically, I think it's probably, we haven't been really just overwhelmed by the things that are happening in the rest of the country right now from a financial standpoint.
The country club that I belonged to in my previous practice cost me $20,000 to buy a share, and I paid $2,800 a year for just myself to golf. The first thing I did when I came here was explore Fort Dodge Country Club. It's in a beautiful setting, and they required no purchase of a share. The bonus, of course, is that it takes me exactly 4 minutes to get from my home to this golf course. I have never made a tee time.
In this part of Iowa, there's lots of opportunities to hunt. There's a lot of pheasant hunting that goes around. There's turkey hunting and plenty of deer around for deer hunting, and a lot of farmers who, once you get to know them, would love to have you come hunt on their grounds.
Just in general, the opportunity to practice, do the things that you like to do, with a population that seems to be genuinely happy to have us here, it makes for a nice, very nice job.
My husband has always worked by himself, so we just know he's going to be a busy guy. But he still has coached all my kids in soccer from the time they were kindergartners till they graduate high school.
The community orchard's a great place to go visit. You get to come out and pick up your own pumpkin for Halloween, and they have an Oktoberfest, and of course have great apple pie.
It's a family area. It's a family atmosphere.
Pero es muy fácil también. Es muy buena ciudad.
The people here are fantastic. They're hardworking, honest, good-hearted people.
It's a small community. It's welcoming. They want you to succeed. And they make you feel good about it. Even patients who've not done well, you're still respected by the family, and it's heartwarming.
It's just a very sensible place to live. And I was like that, I think.
There's a lot of latitude to be able to run your practice in the way that you feel comfortable.
You don't have the clinical coldness of the academic centers. It's very different than practicing in an academic center. It really is. But it has its own beauty to it and its own strength to it.
In terms of living quality here, I think you're not going to find any place better than Iowa.
What we bring to this community is a gift, and they give it right back to us with the support that they give us. Some of them are like family, and it's really amazing.